What's up, Shenanigans? John here, and I am back. I'm here for a little story time. It's Friday. I know you're probably looking forward to the weekend, and I just want to take 5 to 8 minutes of your time to tell a little bit of a story, an origin story. You know, all superheroes have an origin story. I like to think that YouTube channels are the same way. We all have an origin story. We all started somewhere. So starting back at the beginning of 2015, January 2015, this channel actually started as a running channel. I'm an ultra runner. I don't know how many of you know this. I know a lot of you are new to this channel. I'm an ultra runner. I run 24-hour races, trail races, ultra marathons, you know, races that are 50 miles and above, things like that. And that is a passion of mine. And I started my channel revolving around running. And so after doing this for, I think, about a month, I released a handful of videos. You can still go back to selling channels. One of those is probably the largest video that I have on this channel, and it still gets more views than any video on this channel. Probably several videos combined. It's ridiculous, and it's probably one of my worst. I think it's because I don't have the audio. I have the good camera, but I don't have a good mic, and it's a whole thing. So I don't want to go into that story. That's not part of the story. This is the story of this channel. And it starts with a 5-year-old Gracie. So my wife and I bought all of our children Kindles so they could start watching YouTube and playing games and doing things like that. We all did Minecraft together, we built little worlds together, and it was a really fun thing. I started noticing that my children started getting into YouTube. Now, you know, YouTube can kind of be a strange place, so we tried to keep an eye on this. Little Gracie mostly watched little cartoon stuff, which, thinking back now, might not have been a good thing considering the channels that are on here. As time went on and they're watching these channels, I would be in the background editing my running videos, and I would hear what sounded like family videos. And I just kept thinking, like, what is she watching? Why is she listening to these families, or watching these families? It made no sense to me. Completely. I'd never heard of vlogging, I'd never heard of family vlogging, so at this point I had no reference point. One afternoon, she's laying on the couch all snuggled up. Have you seen her in many of these vlogs? I said, hey, let me take a look at what you're looking at. And I start watching the video, and I see this very charismatic, funny man running around with his family, just having all kinds of fun. Very similar to what we do. I don't know if he's as handsome as I am with this beard. I think my beard is nice. He has got a great beard. He does have a good beard. You can all probably guess that man was Shay Carl Butler, and that was the Shaytards. That's where I learned about family vlogging for the very first time. I started looking into this, and I found the Daily Bumps, and I'm going through her catalog of videos she's watching. My wife's calling me. Where was I? I've kicked the camera thing, and my wife's called, and I'm completely discombobulated. I think I was talking about Shay Carl Butler and the Shaytards and how I learned about family vlogging, and I was watching Daily Bumps. I think that's where I left off. So I started watching more and more of these family vloggers, and I was like, this is genius, because not too long before that, I was using my old camera. Let me show you. I was using this camera. It takes film. It's dead right now. This camera right here, I must have a couple dozen tapes filled of my oldest child and Skylar being born and Chase being born. Were all filmed on this. I would also use this camera right here. This JVC, this was a 30 gig camera. It's pretty good. I mean, this thing was like $800 or $900, I believe, back in the day. Probably 2006, 2007. I'll have to look that up. Don't fact check me on that, but I think it's roughly around there. All this video crossed both these cameras. I was like, aha, had that light bulb moment. I could take this video and I can start putting it online and making video out of it. And then I started thinking, my acting days, I was like, oh, I could film, I could do all these creative things. I got super psyched. I immediately started thinking what our channel name is gonna be. I came up with the Shenanigans because it's a word I used all the time. I referred to things as shenanery and shenanigans, and I was like, that's it. And it had nothing to do with the Shaytards. People are like, oh, it's very similar. No, it had nothing to do with that. It just because I like the word. And most people are very familiar with the words. It's so much so that everybody I meet usually will say, oh, I think I've seen you guys. I think I've heard of you guys. It happens all the time. Believe me, it happens all the time. Every Playlist Live, every big YouTuber I meet says, I think I've heard of you guys. I think I've seen your videos. I've seen that name. I wish that was true. So I started vlogging. I think our first family vlog was the beginning of February 2015, and it was, I think, it was called like Gracie called, what'd you call me? It was like where Gracie called me a noob. I was asking her to watch her channel. I think we had like 15 or 17 subscribers. And Gracie was saying she didn't want to watch the channel because she's like, you're kind of boring, Dad. Because again, it was just me talking about running. I don't think that's probably exciting to a lot of people other than the people that run. And it doesn't make me feel good that the most viewed video on this channel is about running. It is what it is. I don't know what your origin story is, but that is our origin story. It started with my daughter, my 5-year-old daughter at the time, watching. At that point, I had no clue. Most of you probably know what family vlogging is. You gotta think, I started from knowing nothing, literally knowing nothing, seeing that going, aha, taking videos and starting to throw it up on YouTube, and I formed a family vlogging channel at that point. Now we're evolving now. I think I'm branching out. I'm kind of tapping into the areas and speaking and talking about motivation and things that I think I have strength in. But yeah, that's our channel. This is what we do. And I actually found a video that I put out originally to try to tell people that I'm gonna talk about running, and I'm gonna talk about my family, and I'm gonna talk about me, and I'm gonna do these things. And here, I'll just play a little bit right here so you guys can see me and what I was thinking. We'll cut to that right now. Hey guys, this is John, and I wanna give you a quick overview of what this vlog's gonna be about. I know that you guys are seeing on my channel right now a bunch of videos that are kind of not really tied to anything. They're sailing. There's one to Washington, DC for the Botanical Gardens, and there's one for me running. Predominantly, this is going to be about running, my journey into running. But there's going to be a lot of things that mix in my family and the things that we do, and that's just going to be part of the journey with me because they're a big part of what I do. Yeah, to me, it's kind of cringy to watch, but it is what it is. We all grow, we all progress, we all get better. But it's fun to watch. I'd be really interested to know what you guys' origin stories are, if you have something funny or similar, and you may want to film a video about it and maybe link it to mine, and we can kind of talk about it. I think it's an interesting thing. What made you come out here? I think it's interesting how we started. And the funny thing about all of this is I've met Shay Carl and Shaytards several times. Shay Carl's a great guy. Regardless of what's happened, he's always been really, really, really nice. Just a good guy. And I got to have Gracie meet him, and I got to tell him that story. It was an amazing, amazing moment to sit there and tell the man who inspired what is literally going to change our family's life forever. Got to meet him, got to tell him the story and thank him for what he has done for us unknowingly, and he's done this for a lot of people. So that was a great moment. I'll play a moment of that too right here. All right, I've coaxed Dehan into holding the camera when Shay shows up, so I don't have to worry about vlogging it. Dehan will hold it for me, and so we get our pictures in, because I don't want to be like trying to take a picture and vlog all while we're trying to meet him, then I won't even remember. Here's Shay. All right, we're here with the man. He finally showed up. A nice clean Shay. A nice clean Shay.
Alright, you guys, Shenanigans vlogs, they are about to meet Shay right now, so they're in line ready. Here we go, here we go. Blake O'Neill. Working away. Yep.
Yeah. We're 3 hours deep now.
Oh, jeez.
No security for that.
Yeah, you're a guy.
Hey, what's up? Eating your lunch? I saw your picture on the internet. Lunch. You look annoyed. Like, why do we have to sit here? You are?
She's the reason we started vlogging.
That's the first hat we ever made right there. Yeah, I told you that. Yeah, that is. That's the low G tricks hat. He passed me worth $1 million. All right. Hey, what's your name? Gracie. You see him on the scooter? He's always trying to see you rock. Brian, give me 5. Take a picture.
So as you guys can see, things can change on a dime here. Just keep moving forward, keep finding something that inspires you, and just go for it, because you never know what can happen. That's it, guys. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go to bed here in a second and probably go ice my foot because I hurt myself as I did the somersault getting the cameras. So, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, I would implore you to consider subscribing. Did I say subscribing? I would, yeah, maybe ask you to subscribe. That would be fantastic. And I think you'll enjoy this channel. Ask everybody around. Go down in the comment section. Ask, should I subscribe to this channel? And I think the fantastic group of people here will give you a great answer as to why you should. Thank you for watching, and you all have a fantastic weekend. Love you. Bye.